Okay, Sniper, what's that urgent? What is so urgent that we have to interrupt our beautiful anthem? What is so urgent?
Just a short-term trade, Ron. Just for our short-term traders out there, Ave, a good 10,
But
15, 20%.
Is it so urgent that you have to interrupt the morning song, the morning anthem?
The problem is, Ron, we know the markets by now, right? What happens if now we do the anthem, we have an intro, we come back, and Ave is gone? And then Sheldon, people are not happy.
Okay, so let's make a deal. Do what you need to do. Tell people about this trade, and then let's have the morning anthem.
Okay, great. Ave has just broken 4-hour trend for a nice push up to the 410 to the 420 zone. For the short-term traders, guys that are looking for, I know we've taken some profits on some coins. Here's a nice one, and the stop loss is around 375. Go for it, Ryan. I just wanted to get that out quickly.
Are you finished? Sheldon, are you finished?
Yes, I am.
Welcome back, guys. Now that
I don't need my chart.
Yeah, now everyone, we've had the anthem. Everyone's feeling revitalized. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to cryptobanter.com. I'm Crypto Man Run. That is Sheldon the Sniper. We're live every single day, 3 times a day. Yesterday we didn't do a microdose, Freddie, because Freddie had technical issues. Freddie had dinner, and that's called technical issues. He had a technical issue, and so we didn't do a microdose. But today, microdose will be back for those people who want 10 minutes of crypto content. If you're new to our channel, welcome to the most profitable, fastest growing, most loving family in the world. That is Crypto Banter. And yesterday I was on Scott Melker's podcast, and he said, one thing I've never seen a community as loyal as the Banter community. It's just insane. That's because we're a family. We're just a family. So welcome. Subscribe to our channel, like the content. Let's get the content out there. From tomorrow, I've got an incredible giveaway for the community. It's not an NFT. It's something completely different. But by the way, we do have one more NFT to give away. You do know that. We have one more NFT. If you've won an NFT, giveaways, GIVEAWAYS at cryptobanter.com. Email us with a proof of identification, and then you will get your giveaway. And we do have an Astro friend to give away, but before we give it away, you guys have been telling us that we should get into the content much quicker. So Sheldino, while I'm looking for our alien to give away, let's get into the content.
Cool, buddy. Like I said, I don't have my screens here. Are we live? Can you see my chart?
I can see you. I can't see the top of your head, but I can see you.
Okay. Can you see my head now? Great.
How is it in the dungeon? How is the dungeon today?
It's a little bit cold, a little bit boring, a little bit lonely, but at least I got my charts. At least I can still make money. So at least something's going well.
Money, Sheldon, if you make enough money, you will be allowed out of the dungeon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Awesome. So let's get into it. Well, what's obviously the big story still is obviously breaking the 200 moving average, and we are holding it. We have come down, and I think a nice way to start off quickly this morning is having a look at, what was the last times we started breaking these 200s? What was needed after that once we actually broke the 200? What momentum did we need to keep? And I think that's a nice thing to start off quickly this morning, that, we are finally starting to get some rhythm back in Bitcoin. We're finally getting some good volume. Can you guys see the different fight we have now? 2 months ago, it keeps dropping every time I buy. Do you see now? It just keeps going up. I missed my buy. Do you see how we fight 2 different battles now? In a bull cycle, the coins just don't stop. And in a bear cycle, obviously, the coins don't stop dropping. So there's 2 different sets of rules, obviously, going on the different stages that we get challenged to. But having a look at this, guys, before we had us dropping through with the big crash, dropping through that 200, the last time that we were ever below that was the March crash last year. And you could see that this has reminded me so much of the recent crash that we had, which was the March crash, where we had the crash. Only halfway through did we then get the cross of death. So remember, the damage was already done. Everyone was panicking. This cross of death was coming. But remember, the cross of death is just showing you what's already happened. And that was my only problem with moving averages and using the crosses, is it basically gives you a very lagging indication of what's already happened. And you can see that basically came after all the damage was done. That's why we weren't too concerned about the cross of death. We knew it was going to have a little bit of retail effect to it, a little bit more pullback. Great, but I still see us the same way that we were having this drag little recovery up from the March crash last year is what I see happening now. Now, let me just get rid of the 50.
I mean, net, cross of death was a complete non-event. It was a lagging indicator of something that had happened before. And just go back there, just put that cross of death back. And you can see that actually the cross of death, from the moment that cross of death happened, we only moved up. We moved down because of the cross of death for like 2 days.
So you see this tiny little reaction. That was it. And it was very similar to what we got this time.
Correct. If you look at this, we're actually heading towards a golden cross now. So now it's the other way around. Now we've got that the 200-day and the 50-moving day average crossing towards the upside, right?
So that's the big thing now, Ran. So now that we've broken out, what is very key that you've seen the last time we broke out of we broke above the 200 moving average is that we never drop below it again, right? So that is such a key level for us to hold because there is different stages. I'll show you the 2 breakouts that we have had, which have held. And when we obviously hold, you can see what this basically does for us. Holding, 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 holding. And you can see how it actually shows how we start getting into this massive bull cycle. Now, the importance of us not falling back in, we can see very, very clearly. This was the March drop, but I'm just saying in general that the main thing that we want to be seeing is us obviously holding the 200 moving average. And you can see why I mean that is there we go. So you can see how significant it is when we do break it and we hold it. The last 2 big ones that we did get when we held it, we had massive, massive, massive runs. This was obviously Bitcoin going from $4,600 all the way to $13,800 holding. And obviously the big one that we had was since the March drop. So I still see us sitting very much in this sort of phase where we are right now as the March drop last year, where we finally had the massive drop off. Markets dumped off 70, 80%, a lot of them. I think, guys, next time you see the markets 70 or 80% down, what do? Are we starting to learn now? Are we starting to understand that, yes, it's scary at those stages, but you understand the opportunities that are there when we do get that. So I think everyone has changed that because they forgot how bullish this market can actually turn. So where we are now is at the sort of level where we've just broken through, right? This is what I'm still needing from Bitcoin. I want us to just hold the damn 200 moving average. If we can hold that, you know, it's a massive, massive sign for a quick recovery. And it's actually quite scary, guys, how quick, if we hold this, and if we do in the next month make our way to 60K again, guys, that pullback was nothing. Like, this is a continuation of this massive bull run. That means that was literally a shakeout, scare everyone out, buy all your Bitcoin from you, take all the Bitcoin from the retail guys, and let's continue the run. Because remember that when I went back and I had a look at the higher time frames, the monthly, guys, that really looked like a bearish pullback? Did that really look like it wasn't a healthy pullback? Much higher time frame. So that's why the importance of us now putting that with the 200 moving average, having a look at the previous history and understanding that we got to hold it. And the fact that this morning that we came down, we just touched it, so far, so good. And now what I'm seeing is, now that, because remember, people need to be comfortable again that we're above the 200 moving average. A lot of people are still in disbelief. Rejection zone, it's a bull trap, it's still going to fall, which we're never saying that will ever be canceled out. It's very simple for me to ever determine if that was a bull trap or not. And that's just me tracking that momentum over there. We drop that. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? So there's always a game plan for anything that goes. But now where I'm starting to see the comfortable side of this is we've broke the 200. We came and tested it. Now we are just hovering. And I sort of see Bitcoin hovering for a little while now. Maybe a little push. I do have another resistance, which we haven't filled just yet and we haven't gotten to, which is sitting at the 49 to the 50K region. And I'm kind of seeing Bitcoin trying to hold this 200, trying to sit flat for a little while and maybe make its way up. And reason being is, now that Bitcoin is holding here a bit, look how all of a sudden we start getting a drop in the dominance. We're starting to get the comfortable side back. You know, whenever we are able to shift remember, when Bitcoin's at a critical level and people are scared of the market right now, they won't be shifting into alts yet. They rather want to see the clear move from Bitcoin, right? Now we can see that Bitcoin's at that critical level. It just broke it. It's holding it a bit, and they've not shied to now shift it back into the alts. Now we can start to see that the alts today are slowly starting to wake up again, and we can see that 5% back from the alts.
Scott still says much honor, but now apparently we're not allowed to say much honor anymore because a few of our listeners have said they said we are insulting Asian people. Do you think we're insulting Asian people by saying much honor?
I think it's just all a joke. We do all different. It's about having a bit of fun. Just about having a little bit of fun.
Big boy pants. Put on your big boy pants.
We would never want to offend anyone. Yeah, we're just having some fun. So where we're looking at, Jaram, and we don't need to go too crazy today, is obviously we know the significance. We've seen it from history now. Bitcoin, hold the 200-day moving average. You can slow down. We just don't want, remember, I'm still seeing at any point a pullback to the support. But what would work very nicely now with Bitcoin is obviously a push up to these sort of levels and the pullback to test support. As long as the pullback to test support, we can still hold this 200-day moving average. So I know at any point we are going to have, remember, if we're growing, Bitcoin literally in the last, what is it? Let's have a look data-wise, 21st. Call it the last 2-3 weeks, right? Has literally grown by $20,000 or anywhere in that region of a coin. Okay, so for $5,000 candle pullback at any point, it can happen. We remember when we go into bull cycle, it's very different to the choppy cycle that we're in. The ranges get a lot bigger. Now ranges get huge, 20-30% pumps, 10% pullbacks. So we're always ready. So why I'm saying that is because I've seen Ethereum now. This is still a huge impulse. Straight after Ethereum and the Ethereum dominance and the totals, guys, I will be jumping on Coin Panel. That's where all the new trades are today. Looking at this now, that
if people had Coin Panel, they would already know what the new trades are, right? Because you've already charted them.
Yeah, they get it before. Yes.
That's the hack. That's actually the hack. The hack is if you want to know what's coming on the show, just sign up on Coin Panel because Sheldon prepares all these trades. It's like,
and you can see it.
That's insider trading.
Exactly. So what I'm looking at now with the main alts is majority of the alts are starting to shoot up. I don't know if there's any fundamental news, Rand, but I'm not sure if you saw that Uni started pumping, Sushi started pumping. Looks like the DeFi is starting to wake up a little bit. It looks like DeFi is waking up.
Let's understand what happened last night in the United States. They got to a point where they all agreed on a variation of the bill, which was actually very favorable. In fact, it was best case scenario. It was really best case scenario.
Oh, really?
And the only way that it would pass is if they passed it 100% unanimously. And I think there were like, I don't know the numbers, but call it 100 senators. And it went to a vote. And every single one of them, but one, agreed to pass the vote, agreed to pass the bill. The one guy was an 84-year-old senator, I think, and he wanted more military spend. And since he wouldn't get more military spend, he vetoed the bill, which means that the bill is now back to its original wording. I mean, can you imagine the stupidity? Can you imagine allowing an 84-year-old to destroy the entire industry of a country because he wants more defense spend? Can you imagine how fucking dumb the system is? My God.
It's huge, right? And I think, the old school is trying to play the new world, and it's not going to work. I think the new world, we need younger, we need, we need, it just doesn't make sense. They're trying to keep the old rules that worked a long time ago.
Mikey says at 84, he should not be in office. At 84, he should be in an old age home, bro.
Yeah, on an island or something.
You cannot be in government. And you know what he did? He basically, this was the calculation, and he said, I've got to show that I'm doing my part. And since I don't understand cryptocurrency, and I really do understand military, and because I'm probably an ex-military guy, and I've got to do the whole honor thing, much honor, military, much honor. I'm not allowed to say that anymore. Sorry, Fred. Um, and because he can't, because he doesn't know anything else about the military, he's got to be seen to do his bit. But what he did was he basically destroyed his grandchildren's lives in the USA. Because if this bill doesn't pass because of some 84-year-old moron, then you're letting one US senator, decide on the future of crypto because he didn't get more military spend.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Sorry, it makes my blood fucking
boil. What does the world come to? It's terrible.
It's not the world. It's the USA. It's not the world. It's the USA. It's not the world. The world's cool. It's just the USA. In Asia, no such problem.
Agreed. Cool, buddy. Is the chart still up here?
Let me put your chart up. Christ.
Thank you, bud. That's crazy.
I can't believe that.
But end of the day, you said that one of the best scenarios could have played out, are playing out, right? Or was playing out for the DeFi side, because obviously something's happening DeFi.
It was supposed to play out, and then this one senator, the senile senator, let's just call him from now on. We call him Senator Senile. Is it Shelby? Is that his name? Let's quickly. Yeah, he's 80. He's not even 84. Sorry, I lied. He's 87 years old.
What? Yeah, you should be chilling, dude. You should be chilling. You should be relaxing.
This is the guy. This is he. This is the guy. You look at him. Take a good look. This is the guy, the one guy that voted against the other 99 people because he wanted more military spend. He is 87 years old. Shit. He was born in 1934. I don't even know anyone who was born in 1934. That's how long ago it was. Anyway, let's talk about charts.
But I don't know. Obviously, something's gone on about DeFi, though. I think we need to, you know what I mean? Obviously, fundamentals have a look, but the DeFi, they're starting to wake up quite a bit now. So it is quite interesting to see how the market's reacting to all of that. So far, so good. So, guys, what I'm looking at, obviously, Ethereum. I'm still seeing at any point that 10% pullback. Investment-wise, I think we're very healthy. Like obviously, the next month, 2 months to the end of the year, we are starting to grow so quick, and it's starting to scare me that could have literally just been a short retracement on the monthly, and we're going to get across on that monthly. If we're going to hold Bitcoin over 44 to the 45 for the remaining of this month, we're going to get across on that RSI on the monthly, which is huge. And that still, in my opinion, is an 80, 100K Bitcoin this year. So higher time frame, we're looking good. For any guys that are still looking up for some entries, remember, it's very simple in a bull run, guys, that I just want to top up every time we come and test support. So even if I'm patient, remember, the higher the price goes, the higher the support goes too, which means that you are not... If we did have previous buys, we're sitting at 2.6 in any of that. As we progress, our buys are getting higher because we're starting to break higher levels to upward side. So I'm still waiting for another little add-on position for Ethereum anytime between the 2.7, 2.8, anywhere in that region. I'm still waiting for the zone over here. But the main thing is obviously looking to the Bitcoin dominance. Is there's the drawing that we had there. We wanted the pullback, not the Bitcoin, the Ethereum to the Bitcoin pair. This is still looking ultra bullish for Ethereum. And not just Ethereum, the alts as well, because if we have a look at the dominance, it's going to play out, Ren. It's going to play out exactly as we've been saying, that we needed that little push, get Bitcoin past that 200 MA, and we're going to get the drop of this dominance. And the alts are going to come, baby. They're going to come. And that's very exciting. And obviously looking at the Ethereum dominance, that's big. So, guys, what I'm talking about on this is DOT, Link, a lot of them have gone, and I'm waiting for retests on those. And then going through the rest of the coins. Now, what has not been moving? What are good coins? Those who are on Aave, you should already be in a couple % profit. That's why we've got to give it away quite early sometimes. And you can see on the tile today, what's clear is I still think Cardano, and even having a look at the projects that are under them, are really starting to show that a breakup time is coming. And reason being is I'm jumping. You can see I'm starting to trade off much higher time frame charts now, higher time frame candles, and everything's on the daily at the moment. And we are at a very critical stage now for Cardano. We've seen it very clear. I think I want to jump back here and show you for our ICP trade. Let's have a look. Where's ICP sitting at? 73.
Yeah, ICP trade, I was actually just looking at it. That was a monster call from you. I said the fundamentals didn't make sense. You said jump in, buy it anyway.
It's just a break. Yeah, it's just a break of these, guys. So when you see a normal candle, or when we just come out of the sideways stage and we got this resistance, we first got a little bit of rejection, but the breakouts are really good for that. So these are always good. And what's simple is now you've been buying between 55 and 60. It's very simple. Stop loss at entry now. You're sitting 30% profits. And that's exactly where I'm starting to see now with Cardano, is that we've had this with this sort of channel, the sideways channel, after this sort of accumulation. And this is a very key breakout point for me, which I think can come in today. Now, Bitcoin, slow growth to the 49 region. Now that we're holding, as long as we hold 200 moving average, I see us pushing definitely to the 49.50K. I see dominance collapsing at that time. So what does that mean? Obviously, we can see that not every single alt is going off. Have you guys noticed that? Now they are going one by one. That's why your random one will do a 20, 30%. And that's why it's important to be, and what I love about it is I love it when the market doesn't go everything at once. So where we're looking at Cardano now is the breakout of this.
We're living in
My tinglies are going off. I'm starting to get those tingles. Tingles, we got the tingles. So Cardano, and we sort of got an answer from Charles. Hopefully, let's see that plays out. But the chart-wise is showing me that a pump is coming, and if it's going to lead up, and all of a sudden there's going to be a reason behind the pump.
If Cardano pumps, Card Starter pumps, OCAM pumps, Charlie 3 pumps,
Look at our Charlie 3. Look at that Charlie 3. Going, baby, going. See you guys, it's very simple.
Another feather in your cap. What about the other one? So Cardano, yes.
Cardano breakout here to the 182. So I see those. If I have a look at Gero is actually looking really good, man. Now that you've actually
they sent me a message last night. I actually want to see what the message is. I think that they're launching. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. I'm going to actually play it for you guys. If I can just find it, I'll play it for you guys. So you guys can read my DMs. You see, we're getting to the next level of our relationship. I mean, I don't think there's any level in any relationship where you give away access to your DMs, right? Like, it's just not right. Let's see. Carry on, Sheldon. I'm going to find the message.
Can I carry on? Okay, sorry. I thought I had to wait. Okay, guys, Gero is good. So what did I just show you with ICP now? Do you see when we form this sort of channel? Sideways channel, there we go. We can see it there clear. So there's your top, and we basically had the bottom side, even though we had a small fake out there. Great. This is good, guys. The breakout of this, so seeing Gero go past 21 cents, good acceleration to 27 cents, and obviously 37, you can see where we are catching it. We're catching it right at the bottom. Beautiful accumulation, and the breakout bars there are always really good. So Gero is not a huge percent, and I actually wanted to chat to you about that, Rand. If we got Cardano, right? Any Cardano lovers, guys that want Cardano, and you want to start looking at good investment holds, we know there are also one or two good projects, C3 and Gero, that are under Charlie. Would you run it maybe, let's say I want to invest whatever amount in Cardano, would you say 80% Cardano and 20% into the good coins under?
That's a good strategy. 20% in Cardano and then 15, 20, 25% in the ecosystem around Cardano. Very good strategy. Remember, you want to maximize both. You want to have Cardano and you want to have the things building on it. That's how you maximize your profits. That's how you support ecosystems.
Okay, great. So anyone that's obviously stocking up on their long-term on Cardano, stocking up a good 70, 80% in Cardano, and the remaining 20, get into the good projects behind them. There's massive growth beyond these. And you remember that Gero recent at its all-time was $1.1 and it's currently at 20 cents. And you've just come off accumulation. This is a good long-term buy, and it's a good section, as well as C3. C3, I would wait for another pullback to the trend line, but definitely Gero.
Let me play you what they sent me, these good people. Okay, so it's not much. It's just showing that they are launching their wallet on the 12th. So I don't know. I think maybe start looking at the wallet on the 12th. You know, that is coming. That's what's the
well, the chart showing me a breakout can come anytime. now all of a sudden there's something to back it. So let me just jump back here.
Remember, Cardano is actually just entering the race. Like you got smart contracts launching soon. It's just entering the race. When the smart contracts come, then we're going to get a whole lot of projects. You're going to see a whole lot more projects on CardStarter, on OCam. Cardano hasn't started yet.
If we break this, I'm telling you, I see a pump. Those tingles, I see a pump. I see a decent pump from Cardano. Definitely. And the trend line's simple, guys. There's our protection zone. Stop losses under those zones. Very, very simple. Next ones we've been talking about. I see there's not a lot of lovers, but this is for anyone that is. I don't know what you got to say about it, Ran. And I know everyone keeps on and off about Doge. You know, it may not come today, but I'm actually going to take a small bag, definitely, on the break of this channel here as well. All of the.
So Sheldon just got fired. We need somebody to do the new charting show because Sheldon's now completely off air. So we'll see you guys again tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, trade well, my friends. From now on, I'm doing the charts. All right, you can come back. Just don't talk about Doge.
Yeah, we'll be surprised. We'll be surprised. Okay, let's
talk about Doge. You can't write it off anymore because if Elon Musk is behind it and all the biggest names in the world are behind it, something could happen here.
End of the day, you can decide. When you've made money.
Whoa. Hold on, I'm bringing producer Fred on. You know the irony of producer Fred? He bought these expensive headphones. He paid like $800 for headphones.
I'm busy charging them, bro. I forgot to charge them last night. So they're actually flat. But as of after the show, I'm back in action. Over.
Okay, can you tell me about this degen trade you opened on Dogecoin, please?
Sure. Well, there's really not much to it. So I got the tinglies. I woke up, I got the tinglies. I had to find out what I was tingling for. And it turns out I was tingling for a Doge trade. Irresponsibly large, long, all the way to, I think, about 45 cents was my first target. Thank you. Goodbye.
What a bust, Fred. What a bust. Look here, what it's saying here. 44 cents, my next target. So, guys, you can decide if you want to keep it long term. But for any of those that are looking, you know, we can't doubt it. We can't doubt the. We hate
have access to every single coin. You have access to all the news on the internet. You get access. You get news on tokens before anybody else sees it. And with 11,000 coins out there, the one coin you choose to ape into is Dogecoin. Don't ignore the tinglies, he says.
The tinglies, never doubt them. So, guys, a small pullback here. If we do get it there, I don't think we will. Good. Otherwise, the breakout of that quick push to that region. It's a nice 80-70% trade. You can decide if you want to keep it long term or not. I just do see a good trade coming up there. Big one. I know you're going to love it, Ran. Kusama is absolutely.
I'd rather buy Dogecoin.
Oh, really? How's that? So looking here, guys, if I just jumped off, Kusama's looking really good. If I show you the 4 hour, remember that you are going to be using a lot of these flag techniques during the bull run. So there we go. There's your short-term signal for a buy. It's going to attempt. It's going to push its way up. Stop loss under the previous in that zone. So short-term, it's already breaking. And higher time frame, I'm obviously waiting for the break of this sort of wedge. We're catching it a little bit early now, so we'll see how we react there. But the break of 245 for Kusama, I see a very big. Remember that this is the next resistance point, right? And you see how much red here and how much imbalance we're actually sitting at the top over here. When we usually have a big thing like this, what is it called, Ran? It's an upside down bot, and we start getting this huge pump to the upward sort of side. So breaking through this resistance over here is a very key indicator for me for strong acceleration, for volume to come into Kusama. Break that daily trend. So what I'm seeing is break it up, then a small pullback, and obviously a slow continuation up to the upward side. So Kusama is a big one as well. I'm seeing a strong acceleration the same way as ICP. When I see this, when I see a lot of red to one side, and I see the sideways channel, the breaks of the bottom slowdown phase, accumulation phase, is always a really good sign. And I'm already getting into it now, because if I can get it there and it breaks there, home run.
But it's cheap.
It's very
Kusama is cheap.
Very, very, very cheap, guys. So we can see Chainlink's gone. Dot's gone for now. Uni's gone for now. There are going to be pullbacks to supports. We'll capitalize on those. What hasn't moved yet? Kusama hasn't moved yet. Cardano hasn't pumped yet, to be honest. It's still been in that sort of phase. So that definitely, and our good old Doge. That is one that I got tinglies for. Let's see how it plays out.
Just so your 3 trades, because I'm going to actually write this down. Your 3 trades today, you saying Kusama, Doge, and Cardano.
Yes.
Okay.
And Aave. Aave was my short-term one. I'm
saying Giro at 20 cents.
Yeah, but you can't go small caps to larger caps. I also said Giro.
I also, okay, you just listen to Uncle Ryan.
Look there, it's going. There, it just broke it.
Now okay, let's do like 5 minutes of degen, and if there's 5 minutes left of the show, if you want anything charted in the super chats, we'll take the super chats first. Someone here says, don't forget about Iagon on Cardano. Yeah, Iagon is the file storage and decentralized computing power on Cardano. Yeah, I agree with that.
Have you got the ticker?
IAGON. Iagon. Iagon.
IAGON.
Iagon. Iagon very far.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
There's not much history, actually. You're not going to find like hours and hours, days and days and days and days of history. It's a new low.
It's starting off. Okay, but it is starting off. Just it came on a big pullback. Okay, we'll have to see how that goes.
Okay, Phantom. Let's degen for a little bit. So let's do Phantom. Phantom, degen.
Okay, great. Let's jump over here. Phantom looks good, actually. I was having a look at Phantom. It is looking good.
Slowly creeping up, not making any big noises. Just slowly heading towards that 70 cents level that Uncle Run says it's going to get to it in the bull run, or 80 cents. But not yet. It's slowly. It's not going to fly. It's slowly.
If it's slow, let it grow, buddy. That's what you want. So obviously the previous high we made, a breakout's always good. It means it can go test the next high that was next. So the next one, 35, I can obviously move, and having a look at much bigger picture, it's still coming out of accumulation. So that's actually a good buy for me, the break of that for a good 2-3 week month hold. It's looking good. And I agree with you. We can get to that 70 cents. Of course we can. And what's nice is
OCC.
I had a look at that. It looked like it was starting to make a little bit of momentum this morning.
Now you're saying it's your idea. I mean, it's Luke Harris's idea. It's not your idea. It's Luke Harris's. You see, I said Giro. He said he also wants Giro. Now, Luke Harris says OCAM.fi. Sheldon says he was having a look at it.
That's the same. We called this 10 days ago. 2 weeks ago, we called OCAM. He has the same chart. Exact same chart. So OCAM's good. This is the side. Which was the other one we actually called? Was it?
Okay, so OCAM. Let's talk about OCAM.
Look at that. Remember this?
Yes, QuickSwap. Yes, QuickSwap.
Remember,
QuickSwap.
we called it. Yeah, we charted it. Breakouts, QuickSwap. You should be a nice 40, 50, 60% up.
I say the results speak for themselves. Double your money, man. Rand needs 6% more on this portfolio, and then then the whole portfolio is at double your money. Basically, in 3 weeks, double your money on nowhere else, no one else, no other YouTuber, no other journalist, no other anyone has given you a portfolio that has doubled in the last 3 weeks. Say whatever you like. Let us look at for the super chats, and please, guys, no more super chats because we do want to end the stream. XRP.
What were you saying about OCAM there, buddy? As I go into what were you saying there?
OCAM is good. OCAM, it's Cardano month. It's going to start launching a whole lot of things.
Okay, great. Well, it's had a good special. It's just come off. So what the one good thing about XRP is it's starting to break above the 200-day. So it's following Bitcoin. It's following that route. We still have the big daily trend. So I think if we turn bullish here, a push to the $1 makes sense. And if it can obviously do the dollar, go test that resistance. This one over here, pull back. It's looking good. So as long as we hold, just use your previous daily candles. Under that, your stop losses in case it turns at any point. I'm not a fan, but chart looks okay.
Fred, where's the saltiness with the sound? We have a salty, but there's no salty with sound. Oh, Fred removed. Where's the one with the sound, Freddy? Okay, last one, Pundi X. This Pundi X.
Same as yesterday again. It's probably
We
in the
did it
exact same
yesterday.
place as it
Nothing's
was.
changed since yesterday. Nothing's changed.
Nothing's
Sheldon,
changed
what's
yet.
happening with
Give when you
Theta?
come.
Theta.
Theta's still good. Theta's still good, buddy. I'm still very happy because remember, so we called it over
What's
here,
happening
the
with
breakout of the
CoinPanel?
small wedge.
What's happening with
Okay.
CoinPanel?
Okay. Nothing's happening. Just having a look. There's the drawing, buddy.
We have
There's the drawing.
Can you see the trade?
Oh, dude, you can't even get a drawing more accurate than that. There's it there. There's the previous drawing I left from last week. Pull back into the zone on its way to the next level. I'm still very bullish on Theta.
All right,
Anyway, in the
that's it
zones,
for-
but comes back there.
Everyone says we must shorten our shows because then YouTube will give us more coverage. So love you guys madly. Shorter show today. We will see you guys again at 10 a.m. EST, where we will give away a lonely alien. And we will announce our next giveaway. And maybe we'll even feed Sheldon. We'll do a live feeding of Sheldon in the dungeon. We will hand him his daily bread.
And tomorrow I'm back in the studios. I fly back today. Tomorrow I'm back.
All right. If you want to discuss after banter, use the hashtag after banter. We will see you guys again later. Until then, trade well, my friends.